And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldrich will be reporting from the sideline. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was, led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, D.A. And both these coaches, Chris tonight, have plenty of options on their benches. Depth, a big part of what these teams do well.
Yeah, most great teams in the league, Kevin, have fantastic 6th and 7th options. I mean, depth means so much during the regular season.
So here's Miami's starting group. Robinson is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Now Nunn down low. Adebayo with the bucket.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Outside Butler. And the rejection by James.
You got to be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt to swat away shots. Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Over Nunn. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And there's the pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. James finds Caldwell-Pope. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Yes, that goes in.
And Drummond is a very intelligent player. Keeping track of the shot clock as it's winding down is something he does extremely well.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. Now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Robinson for 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Puts it up from 12. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
He's a phenomenal rebounder. You almost need 2 players to box out Drummond.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Butler. Ariza trying to break loose.
And what you love about AD defensively, the instincts, the ability to move his feet, and the time of the shot contest.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. Stolen by Nunn. And the run. Pulls up for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Lakers trail by 3. Here's LeBron. Davis finds James. Back to Davis. It's stolen by Ariza. Here's Butler. And Davis sends it back.
Davis, outstanding at using his wingspan to erase shots.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And here's Schroeder. Inside. Caldwell Pope dishes to Davis. Offensive rebound. Drummond. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
The grit and grind mentality of Drummond really hitting the boards with passion.
Lakers shooting their first free throw this game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bielitsa. He checks in for Ariza. Euro comes in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Here's Kuzma. No good on the 3. The Heat leading by 4. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Dragic left side. Pass to Bielitsa. Plenty of space. And another basket for Miami.
What anticipation. Bielitsa, he knew ahead of time he's going to shoot the rock as soon as he got it.
Lakers trail by 6. Another miss by Kuzma. Butler deciding where to go with it. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Here's Dragic, following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Dragic the pass to Adebayo, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the technical free throw is good.
And as impressive as the numbers were for Jimmy Butler in the bubble, they don't begin to tell the whole story. He was hitting clutch shots for the Heat during that run in the postseason.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Marcus All checked in for Drummond. And it's Harrell in for Anthony Davis. Here's Strus on the wing. Iguodala. Dragic with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Gasol passes to Horton Tucker. Now here's Harrell. It's intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Dragic with it. Picked up by Kuzma. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And how about the court awareness there? Dragic, fantastic job spotting the wide open teammate.
Gasol finds Harrell over Iguodala. Unloads from 13. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Heat go the other way with it. Butler on the way. From the arc. No good.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Caruso. To the wing right side. From 17 feet out. Offensive rebound. And the Lakers with another turnover here. It's the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 7. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive he is. I mean, I don't need somebody to bang his chest or like scream or like be one of those guys to know if you're competitive or not. Like, I think that's the way he is, and I respect that. And he's actually a really good, teammate and vocal and speaks when he needs to speak.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marquise Morris is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. James, the bounce pass. And shot on the way. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Heat leading by 9. Here's Nunn. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Heat. Robinson comes in for Goran Dragic. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Lakers trailed by 15. Schroeder looking around. To the paint to halt the run. Here's Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morris has got his first points in this one.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Schroeder comes with the double team. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Heat have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Davis is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Then for the Heat, Adebayo is checked in for Achua. Bielitsa comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Hero subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Adebayo, that's a 2-pointer. That shot off. And it's the Lakers the other way. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. Too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. And here is Los Angeles now after the Heat pick up 2. Shoots from the elbow. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from LeBron.
Powerful, yet effective. James has always done a lot of damage from the mid-range.
To the inside, Elitsa, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Miami called for the foul.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls on the shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And see, Webb, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now, and that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
Second free throw, no good.
Not what you expect out of him. He was due to cool off a little, I guess.
Kuzma against none. Left side, Butler shoots over Schroeder, and another basket for Miami.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Schroeder passes to Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a crafty shot by Davis. I mean, he rainbowed that. He floated that high above any interference from the other team.
Now, here's none. 9 points in the game so far. The Elitsa with the bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Kuzma. Passes to Schroeder. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bounce pass, Davis. Schroeder finds Caldwell Pope. Shoots from 12. It's stolen by Adebayo. Butler against Schroeder. Butler passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, look, if you're open, Butler will find you. His court awareness, very impressive.
Schroeder with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Kuzma. And there's another one for the Lakers.
He excels at scoring from the mid-range. Kuzma is awesome at making use of these spots on the floor.
It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's Davis. And he lays it straight in. Davis has got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Butler against Kuzma. Shots good from Butler.
And Butler feasts from this area. The defense has to do a better job in how they scheme him.
Caldwell Pope for 3. The Lakers rebound. And he gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far. 5 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Adebayo. Lays it up and banks it in. 10 points for Bam Adebayo.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's Miami in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. And in the city of Miami, plenty of recreation, I guess you could say. But Shaq, the culture of this team is all about hard work.
And not only that, Ernie, it's about that FTP.
What's that?
Fitness, toughness, physicality.
Wow.
And it goes from the top all the way down.
Wow. And Jimmy Butler, they found a star that fits that mold, though. Not everyone does that.
What is that place that a lot of people like to go down there? South
Beach.
South Beach, yeah. So I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, you're missing it, brother.
You
What's
might
up,
wanna stay
Miles?
at home, man.
Prime 112,
Who around the NBA has not been to South Beach?
Me.
Who owns South Beach?
You were Mr. South Beach.
All right.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. They've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point guard position. Miami leading by 14. Nunn passes to Robinson. From downtown, connects from three-point range. Robinson's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think when LeBron can turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron, that's a very real thing. Wow, an explosive athlete that can beat you inside and outside. Butler's a complete player.
And here we go. Butler heading to... Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nasty.
Woo!
Wow, Butler letting it all hang out. This is why he's an all-star caliber player.
They push it up 4 on 3. They get it back. Ariza with the bucket. And the Heat lead by 21.
Well, that makes them 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Schroeder. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Miami. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. It's stolen by Adebayo. A rebound by the Lakers. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game. Davis kicks it over to Schroeder. To the middle. Here's Drummond. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. He's got 11.
What an amazing display of concentration by Drummond, taking the hit like a champ and completing the bucket.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. To the right side. Here's Achua. Ariza trying to break loose.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Harrell, the pass to Caruso. Back to Harrell. It's stolen by Dragic. And another fast break for Miami. Miami running. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Oh, the quick jump of Iguodala. Easy money.
The 17-footer. And there's another one for the Lakers. The Heat leading by 21. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside Dragic. High post try. Now the pass to Strus. Buries the long-range jumper.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Horton Tucker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And they pick up 2. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And there's the feed to Ariza. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Los Angeles has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else. Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
different look for Miami. Bielitsa comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hero subbed in for Achua. Lakers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's LeBron. Here's Harrell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harrell's got his second basket of the game.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Dragic with it. He's picked up by James. LeBron with the block. They recover it.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Caruso, the pass to LeBron. Here's Morris. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Pass to Bielitsa. Pass to Hero. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Harrell. That misses off the backboard. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Down low, Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And that one's good, Caruso. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. James against Dragic. And stolen by LeBron. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The shot's good from Kuzma. Kuzma's got 6 points.
Well, I like seeing Kuzma work this in, showing he's capable of hitting difficult shots.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Miami ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Davis in at the power forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Butler kicks to none. Robinson with it, picked up by Kuzma. The shot will not fall. Davis finds Schroeder. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Here's Hero. Passes it to Butler. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
And the floater from Caldwell-Pope is unblockable. I mean, some of the shots this guy has are just impossible to defend.
Inside. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And here are the Heat now. Miami leading by 21. Butler passes to Nunn. Outside Robinson. For three. Miami no good on that time either. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Caldwell Pope. Off target from outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Nunn against Drummond. Nunn, that's good. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
They get it back. Drummond goes back up. The shot misses. Miami leading by 21. To the paint. Here's Butler. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
At the line for your Lakers, Andre Drummond. 2 shots. That one is off.
Well, perhaps the most physically dominant player in the league, Andre Drummond. His combination of size, strength, and speed is unmatched.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Tyler Hero. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Miami leading by 23. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. That's tipped.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Nunn finds Adebayo. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%, 5 of 10. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. From deep. But they get it back.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Now, here's Nunn. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Caruso, no good.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about? Very strange.
Here's Okpala. There's Dragic with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Dragic has got himself on the board with 3 there. The Lakers shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Los Angeles with another miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot, plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Up again. It's good on the putback. Dedmon's got his first 2 points.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Miami.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
Strus sinks the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Horton Tucker. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Outside, Dragic. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
There's the pass to Strus. Now, here's Dedmon. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jimmy, you have been outspoken about the need for maximum effort. Was it part of your plan to grab wins like the one we saw tonight?
It wasn't a part of my plan, but whatever works, works. I think we got a bunch of talented guys, and at times we forget how hard we got to play. On the road, at home, this is how we got to play basketball.
Jimmy, thanks for the time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.